like to now say before the court imposes its sentence?
Firstly, Your Honor, I have to, apologize to his family. I've written letters on top of letters to you guys. I never sent them out, because I didn't figure that you wanted to hear from, me. I've never had intentions on seeing your son that night. Never had intentions on harming your son that night. I didn't harm your son that night. Things are not always as they appear, and sometimes things happen. I was there, and I do take responsibility for being there, but I did not mean to harm Paul DeWolf that night. And I'm greatly sorry. I'm forever indebted to you guys, your family, your daughter, your oldest son. I apologize from the bottom of my heart, my soul. My mother and family, I asked them not to come to that because I didn't want them to see me get my life taken away from me. More on the worldly aspect than the lively aspect. But I apologize from the bottom of my heart, Mr. and Mrs. DeWolf. Your Honor, I did not.
Let me, if I can say something here. First of all, this guy, Joey Jordan, is alleged to be a home he got caught for a home invasion and also an alleged homicide, having involvement with another co-conspirator. Here's the thing. I don't think he did the homicide, but he did do the home invasion. He didn't do the killing, but yet he's considered the accessory of the crime. Now, I will say this. I respect the fact, if you notice, that he turned around and looked directly at the family of the victim and apologized from the bottom of his heart. That was something that Darrell Brooks did not do, would never do. You know why? Because he didn't care. So I have respect, for this guy, Joey Jordan. He didn't pull the trigger. He just happened to be there and was caught with that whole home invasion. I wish he would have never got involved in that. It's a shame. Very nice looking guy. And now his whole life has come to an abrupt end just because he happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. I can't stress enough the amount of respect I have for him to actually turn around and look directly at the family with an apology. He said he did not mean to do any harm. He wasn't the one. He said, I didn't kill your son. I just happened to be there for that home invasion. So let's see the reaction of the judge. So now he's reacting to the judge. Here we go.
Also, I did not know that first-degree murder was a mandatory life sentence without any circumstances, without any of that. I was unaware of that, Your Honor. The only reason that I took my case to trial was because my plea deals were never, the first plea deal I was offered was 18 years, and it was to plead guilty to second-degree murder. I didn't feel that I was guilty of second-degree murder because of what I read on the law, what I was advised of on the law. I didn't take this to trial to say, forget the family. I don't think that I could beat my case, because I knew that I was guilty of first-degree home invasion. I committed a crime and somebody died while I was in the commission of committing a crime. I knew that I was guilty of that. But I didn't take this to trial to say, oh, I'm going to beat you. I took it to trial because I had to prove that I was innocent of murder, because I did not murder Paul DeWolf. And given the elements of murder, I didn't think that I would be found guilty of murder. But 9 months after I was offered that first plea deal, my co-defendant, Shaquille Jones, basically backed out of that plea deal, which was the only reason that I had that plea deal. The 18 years second-degree murder and 2 first-degree home invasions. He backed out of that in October, and I was never even offered a different plea deal. I just kept getting the same second-degree murder. I would have pled out to the 18 years if it would have just been the 2 first-degree home invasions, but Your Honor, I honestly did not feel that I was guilty of first-degree murder due to the laws on first and second-degree murder. and what I was advised on. But after October, my plea deal got to 25 to 50. And I'm sitting in jail for 16 months.
Wow.
Why would I just take a plea deal that's worse than the first plea deal and higher than even higher? So it got to January, and the next plea deal I was offered was a 25 to 50, and I'm sitting in back of there, and I was told by my lawyer that you wouldn't go over the 25 years that you gave Shaquille Jones. But I'm still thinking of the laws of murder and the laws of. I'm still thinking of the law.
You know what? This is the disadvantage, and I don't want to offend any attorneys, but it's best. Now, he's being represented by a court-appointed attorney. And I know the state pays them, well, actually our tax dollars. But it's a big difference between them versus an actual a paid defense attorney. And just like he said, he didn't know, and apparently his lawyer that's standing there didn't fill him in on everything. And so that's kind of a little unfair, because he probably would have taken the plea deal. I believe that he didn't kill this guy. His name is Paul DeWolf, by the way, the one that was slain. He just happened to be involved in that home invasion, and I just wish that he hadn't had any involvement in that, because as a result of him not taking the plea deal, now he has to serve the homicide charge, even though he didn't do it. But I think his lawyer, public defender, should have explained that thoroughly to him, and it wasn't explained. So let's see what the judge says.
This whole time, I didn't know that it was, if you get convicted, it was first degree mandatory, that word. I never was advised on that word, mandatory. I thought it was still all in all up to you. But like he just said, your hands are tied. There's a couple other things, but that's all, Your Honor. Like I said, I apologize. I thought my family would be here today, but I guess that's not. So just have mercy on, me.
My mom always taught me as a kid, like, if you see somebody else doing something that's bad, you let that be on them. Don't you get involved. All right, and this is apparently what happened here. He got involved in something that now is costing him his life because of his involvement. And it's sad. I hate to see people go to jail for making, like, in his case, I don't know. I just wish he would have just made the right decision. Like, you can't and let me say this, let this be a lesson. Like, I like reporting, like, criminal cases and stuff, but it's also educational, because this should be a lesson to those of you that are thinking about doing a crime or doing something stupid. This is an educational lesson for you. Don't get involved in any type of criminal mischief. Look, the case, that Darrell Brooks case, should be enough for anybody. Okay? Well, that really should be a case for you. Don't listen. If you were to learn anything from that, you ought to learn not to ever represent yourself. And don't get behind the Ford Escape and kill people. Okay, don't do that. But again, I'm getting ready to step off. But again, I can't stress enough, I like the fact that he was very respectful to the family. And he said, I did not kill your son, Paul D. Wolf. Let's see if the judge is going to.
That's all, Your Honor.
All right, yeah. Well, we'll pick back on part 2. We got to get the judge what his decision was.